Forex trading expert Chunibua Senzu says training more youth to engage in Forex market trading will help curb the unemployment situation facing the country. According to him, government must lead the way by partnering with the private sector to help train the youth in the trade.
The Forex market is an online global decentralized market for the trading of currencies. This includes all aspects of buying, selling and exchanging currencies at current or determined prices. In terms of volume of trading, it is by far the largest market in the world. The Forex market does not determine the relative values of different currencies, but sets the current market price or the value of one currency as demanded against another. The main participants in this market are large international banks, commercial banks as well as individuals. The unique thing about the Forex market is its virtual nature, which enables groups and individuals to participate irrespective of where they are in the world. Chunibua Senzu says trading of the Forex market can be a source of a meaningful employment, especially for the unemployed youth.
It's a platform which is online, and it's just like bringing the physical market onto a virtual platform. You can trade. If it's about 6 or 7 hours, this time he knows that the number of hours he's investing on the internet is yielding something out of it. The only thing is to get the technical know-how and just sit on beginning placing. He
says the only thing required of the youth is training, which will effectively aid them to successfully trade on the market.
This virtual market, if you study the Ghanaian market clearly, it has always been limited to the private sector. Government want to create employment. This is a kind of employment that does not need too much investment in infrastructures. When more funds are generated into your banks, the one who plays the trade has his bank in Ghana, and whatever profit he makes, the investment he has in that bank, government can tax it.
The main trading centers of Forex trading are London and New York City, and it happens continuously throughout the day, excluding weekends.
An Inter-African Bureau for National Resources and its agencies have agreed to establish centers of excellence for fisheries and aquaculture across the continent. Now, the move is geared towards promoting food security, poverty alleviation, and economic growth.
Fisheries governance in Africa continues to suffer from paucity of qualified personnel, both at senior management and intermediate levels. This is partly as a result of limited or weak institutions for training or research. The AUIBA, in collaboration with the NEPAD Planning and Coordinating Agency, with support from the European Union, organized an expert consultative meeting on a roadmap to establishing centers of excellence in fisheries and aquaculture in Africa. Participants included representatives from AU member states, regional economic communities and fisheries bodies, research and academia institutions from and outside the continent, development partners and CSOs. Opening the workshop in Zanzibar, Tanzania, the Ministry of Agriculture, Natural Resources, Livestock and Fisheries for Zanzibar, Dr. Hamad Rashid Mohammed, bemoaned the exploitation of marine resources in Africa by foreigners.
To extend my sincere thanks to all of you for finding time out of your busy schedule to turn up for these important workshops. This is a clear confirmation of your commitment as stakeholders to collectively provide practical solutions.
Following the plenary discussions and group work, the meeting agreed on the scope of the Centers of Excellence, priority areas, process for the establishment, institutional frameworks and sustainability. The move is also in fulfillment of recommendations from the 2014 joint ministerial conferences in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, which charged the African Union to facilitate the establishment of centers of excellence to enhance capacity building in the sector to engender development.
So let's go on to the commodities market now and find out how the commodities are faring today at the end of trading on the world market. Now, gold rose to its highest price in more than 2 years today as investors piled back into the safe haven asset as a place for investment. It rose to $1,367.73. That's $1,367.73. That's what an ounce of gold is selling on the world market, being traded there, an appreciation of 0.83%. For us here in Ghana, the good thing is that Goldfields Ghana Limited is confident that the development agreement reached between the government of Ghana and the company this year will serve as a morale booster for shareholders to pump in a total of about $2.5 billion into the operations in the Takwa and the Daman mines, at least to boost our mining sector there. We'll see how that impacts. But look at cocoa as well. An increase in a ton of cocoa, the $3,080 there being traded on the world market. So that's what you're saying there. For the good news here for cocoa traders is that the cocoa board has freely distributed some 10 million hybrid cocoa seedlings to farmers across the eastern region and some parts of efforts to also raise the crop's production level for this year. So that's the good news for the cocoa growers or farmers in this country. Look at cotton as well, an appreciation of price of about $65.42 there and 0.32%. And on crude oil, a barrel of crude oil is now trading at $48.53. There's been an appreciation, cutting down the 4-day streak of the reduction in the crude oil price on the world market there. So that's it for the business news.